developmental training in which they have hanging teeth, they have one eye going to another direction, they have flat chest, they cannot walk straight. But all of these things get corrected. They have even the shape of the nose, not to minor levels of shape of the nose, corrected when once they have self-esteem and emotional strength. It's amazing what healthy emotions can do to you. Healthy emotions can completely change not only your physical health, physical shape, even create physical beauty on the face. So the point here is we try to do some exercise, explain some exercise at the end if you have time. So the point I am trying to make is that you see, think that there is no problem in life. All the problems can be answered, or other problems you cannot solve. So why worry? Why worry about the problems you cannot solve? So whenever you go to sleep, you go with a clean mind. Look up all the problems and worries and answer them mentally and say, I'm not going to be affected by that. You know.
I'm up. I hope you're writing down comments and questions so we can have your input. It's good to have a husband who wants women to be empowered. But that doesn't take away the need to really try to communicate and understand communication. So I'm going to follow my trend, even though that's not on the outline, because I'm afraid I'm not going to get to it by the time this is over. So going along with the difference between man brain and female brain, let me give you an example. See if you identify with this. Okay, women are often told they're nagging. Okay, so they will ask the man, "Can you please do that? Do this," and then a few minutes later, "Do this." 10 minutes later, "Do this." 15 minutes later, "Do this." It may be even for the man's own good. It may be some vitamins he has to take. It may be something he has to do around the house. And men feel they're being nagged, okay? So the explanation of this, according to the brain physiology and socialization, is that men want to have an independent sense of what they're doing, number one. On the other hand, women have that orientation towards feeling. I really feel this is important. You know, don't you hear me? I feel this is so important. And so what happens is the man needs to take a little time, that may be a whole day, before the man hears you, but he needs to take time. Again, how long is up to him, so that he can feel that it's coming from within him. I'm doing this from my own volition. I'm not, again, putting down men, but this is just the reality of how our socialization and brains work. And you can disagree. That's fine. So that's one example of communication. So there are so many instances like that where there are clashes, you know. A woman may feel, oh, the man's not listening to me, not including me. And the man doesn't have any idea that they're not listening. They think they listened, but their focus was something different, what they had to do. Not how you feel about it, the process, when you're going to do it. So there's a lot of miscommunication that can lead to conflict unless these differences are really appreciated. But then my husband will talk about more of how the man has to come up and support the woman, you know. And from a medical perspective, you know, we also have to have an understanding of sex education, because there's not that education even to young people. We don't want to talk to our children about sexual matters. We think it's going to put sex on their mind so much. We think that that's all they're going to think about, you know. So that's a big thing for the woman also, to be able to be empowered sexually, to know her body, and to and for the, you know, the females to accept their sexuality and be able to communicate with their children about this also. You want to do the next segment, social emotional freedom?
I want to state one more point about women's crippling today before I go to preventive medicine or preventive health care. You know, almost all women today, probably except Norway and Singapore, where a woman can walk freely on the street without fear, including in USA, one major aspect of contemporary woman's life is fear. She has always lived with fear and anxiety up to now. I wish that my children, we have two daughters, don't live like that. And up to what they know, they don't. They have a strong, fearless attitude toward people and men. Of course, she doesn't, our older daughter is in Delhi. She's working in India, in Delhi. And I don't advise her to walk freely on the streets of Delhi alone, especially in the evenings. You know that the whole India has been shaken by reports of women, of raping women and hurting children beyond any human limit. That's also, it's not just an Indian problem, it's a all-world problem. So that's why I wrote this book, and we started even a movement as much as we can, dumping money into it as much as we can, both in India and even here. I would request you to buy a copy of that, a contribution of $5, which will go to the Women's Fund from Vanitha Nair, President, and also Padma Kumar, Dr. Geeta Padma Kumar, who have some copies. Now you see, we have to stop now, not tomorrow, now, the abuse of women and children. We have to stop now. And I have explained in the book how it can be considerably stopped now. See, but I'm trying to get hearing from responsible people toward our institutions. Now, the only way a woman can get empowered is only after freeing from fear and anxiety. So this is the reason why I recommend you, don't think you are old, I recommend you, especially your daughters, to study yoga and karate. You see, karate is a very powerful weapon. Yoga is also a very powerful weapon. With yoga and especially with karate, even a 10-year-old girl, I have seen myself, can beat up two men and put him down. You see. So karate, you know, it originated in Kerala, Kalaripayattu. Then it went to all over the world. Like other things, now people don't remember this originated in Kerala. So study yourself yoga and teach your daughters and boys too, karate. The boys also should learn yoga and karate. You know, 1 in 6 women, you will be astonished to know, in the United States, now studies and practices yoga. Yoga is a wonderful medical system, preventive medical system. Women and men too who do Surya Namaskar every day and do stretch exercises every day and who follows a healthy nutrition like eating more salad than other garbage. You see, she will never get cancer. She can be considerably free from heart and lung diseases and other diseases. So yoga and nutrition are so powerful. Now when we talked about preventive healthcare or preventive medicine or not preventive healthcare, preventive medicine, the most important thing is that your lifestyle, how you think. You have to think emotionally free. You have to think intellectually free. Because as I mentioned earlier, the emotional freedom in your mind, in your psyche, brings you a sense of strength. That's the most important thing. Then the second thing is that being free from fear and anxiety. The third thing is that a healthy lifestyle, like eating plenty of green salad. You see, including me, we have difficulty to eat raw green salad because we are not accustomed to that. That's the main diet of my wife. She eats mainly green salad and lives on it. Now, I cannot do that, but I'm trying. I'm trying to learn how I can eat more and more green salad. Green salad, yogurt, these are all wonderful healthcare items which you are familiar with. And you know, in spite of the repression that the Nair women underwent up to now, we had something good customs. You see, every Nair woman, including my mother's period, she did at least one oil massage a week. At least one oil massage a week. Sometimes more than one. See, oil massage is an incredibly healthy item. Also because of the medicated oil that we use. You see, it's sad to note that modern women, if I am questioning, you don't think I am questioning you. If I am upsetting you in any way, I don't want to upset you. I want it to be strengthened. I'm trying to give the facts in an objective way. Many women today, especially those who came to United States, they don't even put oil on their head. I have an oil massage on my head every day. I massage my wife at least once in a week, and she massages me once in a week.
Every day.
And sometimes every day. So the point I'm trying to make is that, you know, the massage, you don't have to learn, you have to learn massage yourself. It's very simple. From the soul up to the heart, from the head to the heart. And then the heart round and round. That's all. But you have to do it with medicated oil. We have so many medicated oils which you can get even from the Indian stores. It strengthens your immune system. It strengthens the power to resist diseases. To see that, and also it gives you plenty of energy. It develops brain power. See, the brain exercise, many women, and also more men complain about losing their memory, losing their concentration. You know, the memory is a brain process. If you have emotional tension, you lose your memory. So the most important thing is to free yourself from emotional tension. You see, even our own dishes like avial and sambar, these are very healthy for you, because all these spices are very healthy. Now, don't I want to speak something, then I will continue.
I'm just, because it's 10 to 1, and we want to, do we have to wrap up at 1:30? No? Yeah? Okay. At 1:30 we need to stop, right? So we want to take, comments and questions. If you've written, has anybody written down any comments or questions? Yes. Yes? Okay. I think maybe we'll take those, and then, if we have more time, we can continue. That could be all right? Because we're going to run out of time.
One more point.
One more point?
Yeah.
All right, you make your point, and then we'll take the questions.
We talked about intelligence and the emotional potentialities. And we said that intelligence is the most important point, both in Hindu psychology, yoga psychology, as well as in anthropological research findings. So we come to the understanding of self-identity. See, self-identity means your own feeling about who you are and what you are. That is self-identity. For the self-identity, you see, this is an exercise which we do with our clients. You should think of all the personal resources you have. One, your physical resource, your physical character. See, don't think that because you are a little overweight or you are a little over slim, see, don't think that you have a bad body. You have to love your body, no matter what it is. Many women become obese because they hate their body. So don't hate your body. You have to love your body. It is your body. And the second thing is that you try to be free from your tension. As I said earlier, you have to, in order to develop self-identity. Self-identity means what you think about you are, what you think about your resources are. So the self-identity also means your parents, your family. You know that unfortunately in this contractual culture today, by age 18, children go away from the parents. Children get separated from the parents. They are alone, they become alone. That does not happen to our families. We have a tradition of holding the children with us. And one important strategy to hold the children with us is to see that they participate from early childhood in parents' affairs. They take responsibility in the affairs of the family. That's the most important thing. So whatever your parents, whatever your husband, whatever your wife, whatever your children's resources are, whatever they are, also your resource. So the self-identity goes with that kind of resource assimilation. Thirdly, socio-cultural resource. As I mentioned earlier, the medical healthcare that we learn from Ayurveda and other sources in India. You see, also the cultural, using the best of culture. We are in a way lucky to be in the United States because we can choose whatever we want. We have the freedom to do that. We don't have to worry. You see, people often, especially in a recent Columbia University seminar that I participated, people were continuously asking me, especially these are people who have very high degrees, including doctors, top-ranking professors, who they were asking me continuously that how could an individual survive in a culture which is so negative? Yes, the individual can survive. Only the individual can do whatever the individual you want. So you can eat the food that you like, you can move with people that you want, and you can select your medical system, you can select your nutrition, your food, all these things. So whatever is good in the culture, whatever is good in the society, you have to take and assimilate. That is your strength. So in short, self-identity means what you have in yourself.